Okay, so continuing to evaluate, critique, learn from this Reesa Teesa's Who the TF Did I Marry series. I just have been, as I've been watching it more and more with my students, there's so much to unpack with this, and I just want to take my time with it. And I have so much to share, right? As we all do. I think it's a great time to start having these conversations. But what I noticed, we just finished, I think, watching episode maybe 10. We might have got up to, or 11. And some of the things that Reesa talked about was, okay, one, you might see me looking down because I'm looking at my notes that I took right quick to remind myself of what I wanted to talk about. But one thing she said was that she accepted his non-proposal. Like, he didn't propose marriage to her. He didn't get down on one knee. He did give her a ring, but he just said, we got to get married. We're going to get married. And she accepted that, right? That was not a good idea. And I'm going to explain why in a little bit. She accepted his non-proposal for marriage. She got over involved in the house buying process. Okay? She inserted herself in that when that was something that he said he wanted to do prior to even meeting her. So rather than insert herself in it and become part of the process, when you first meet a person, that's something that there's an opportunity when they tell you what their goals are. That's an opportunity to see if they have what it takes to accomplish their goals. See what they're made of, right? So don't, kind of, in that case, I think she should have just sat back and watched him do it. Watched him do what he said he was going to do, and use that as a way to evaluate men to see if they actually do the things that they say that they're going to do. Do they keep their word to themselves? Do they keep their word to you, right? And by doing those two things, by accepting his non-proposal, by getting over involved in the process for him looking for a house, which was, we know now was not, it didn't happen, right? He wasn't really looking for a house. He was playing games. By getting over involved with the process of house buying and car buying, she did not create the space. She did not allow for the opportunity for this man to demonstrate, show her that he was worthy of her hand in marriage, that he was worthy of a relationship with her. So, why is that important? Why is it important for men to demonstrate their worth? And mind you, this is a conversation that I'm having with women. There are going to be some men who don't agree with me. There may be some women who don't agree with me. But if what I'm saying resonates with you deep in your heart, hear me out. I'm not going to argue with nobody about this. Hear me out. Either you agree or you don't. Women come into the world with inherent value. We are born with value. I'm going to explain why in a bit. Men have to build their value over time. They have to build their skills, their ability to make money, their ability to provide for a family, their ability to protect and build for their community, their society, their families. They have to build that, right? So naturally, as a man gets older, his value increases. Women, we are born with value. Now, why is it that I say women are born with value? We're going to look at the basic anatomy, the God-given anatomy of men and women, boys and girls, males and females. When women are born, we come with all the eggs in our ovaries that we will ever have. We do not produce new eggs. We come into the world with those eggs. Our bodies hold on to those eggs until we reach around the age of 12, when our body starts releasing those eggs for procreation, right? We get our periods. That's it. Once you get your period, that is a sign that your ovaries have begun to release eggs. We release one egg once a month. That egg is available for fertilization for 3 days out of the month. And we do that once a month. We release from one ovary. Next month, we release an egg from the other ovary. Every now and again, we'll release eggs from both ovaries at the same time. And if both ovaries get fertilized, we'll have fraternal twins. We do this once a month. And we do this for about a span of 30 to 40 years. Our eggs come out and sit on the porch once a month for 3 days, and then they disappear. Imagine if the egg was an item on the market. It would be rare, it would be elusive, it would be expensive. Okay? Eggs are like Birkin bags. Women are born with the inherent value. They're coming to the world with the value within them. Okay? Let's look at sperm. Right? Sperm is produced every 3 days. When a man releases sperm during ejaculation, he releases like 1 million of them at a time. And this can happen multiple times a day. It can happen today, tomorrow, the next day. He could do it every day of his life. And this happens, he begins to release the sperm when men, I think, are around 9. They start having nocturnal emissions, or what do you call them? Nocturnal emissions. I forget what the layman's term is for them. Wet dreams. They do this, they can release sperm till they're well into their 60s, until they're old men. Sperm are not a limited item. You know what I'm saying? Sperm is abundant. It is cheap. It is a dollar store item. Okay? It's everywhere. It's easy to get. And so, right there, just the anatomy, the basic anatomy of men and women tell you where the value is. The value is within the women, right? The men have to build their value. And then when they seek a woman, when they seek someone to pass their genetic material onto, a woman to procreate with, right? They have to seek that out, and they have to show her, or they should, because she has the thing that they need in order to pass on their genetic material. They should be showing her, right, what kind of life they can give her. The kind of life that they'll give her, the benefit that she will receive from allowing him to pass on his genetic material. They come and lay it out to us, and all of the, like, well, not, I won't say all, but in most traditional societies where women are valued and not seen as burdens to get rid of, the men have to demonstrate their ability to take care of this woman and the children that will come from her womb. The men have to peacock. They have to prove their value, their worth to us. They ask us for our hand in marriage, right? They should be, right, asking us for relationship, making proposals, making offers. And if we like what they're saying, we can accept the offer. And if we don't like what they talk about, or we do not want the kind of life that they can give us, we can decline the offer. And so sometimes, I know that on the internet, you listen to the internet, the internet, let the internet tell it. Men are the gatekeepers to marriage and women are the gatekeepers to sex. When in essence, women are the gatekeepers to marriage and sex, because in both situations, men have to approach and ask for the woman's hand in marriage, ask for sex, and the woman can say no. The woman can accept it or reject it, their offer. So women are the gatekeepers. We are literally standing at the gate, allowing entry. Okay? So don't let the men on the internet fool you into believing that men are the gatekeepers to marriage. They are not. They come seeking marriage. They are the ones who make the proposal. They are the ones who come knocking at the door. Literally, in many traditional African societies, a man who is seeking a woman to be his wife, who is starting the courtship process, literally comes knocking at the door. It is literally called the knocking. Okay? So clearly the gatekeepers are the woman and her family. Those are the ones who are going to let him in or not, or keep the door closed. Literal gatekeepers. Okay? So I don't even want to hear that argument anymore. But I say all this to say that it is very important understanding that women are born with inherent value. Men have to build their value. Men have to be should be the ones who come to us and make these offers of relationships, make these offers of marriage and family, right? And women are the ones who can accept or reject those offers. Women, what we need to do, what Reesa Teesa should have done, was create the space. Allow some space for this man to demonstrate his value. Allow some space so that you can see and observe him, see what he's made of, see if he can give you the kind of life that you desire, right? Before you just start saying yes to any old offer, right? Create the space. Don't jump into the first relationship that's offered to you. Create some space, the dating space, so that you can see. Create some space so that you can observe this man, ask this man some questions, some open-ended questions, ascertain some information, collect some data, and observe him over time so that you can see who he is, right? Like my girl Tora Sen says, we don't want to tell men who to be, right? Who we want them to be for us, but we can tell them what we desire, right? And we can sit back and observe who they actually are. Don't give it all away. When men ask me what is it that I'm looking for, I don't tell them the kind of man that I want. I tell them that I'm looking to make a connection. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to know them. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get to know you better. Don't play your cards like that. Let them demonstrate. Let them peacock. Let them show you. And if you find them unworthy, move on, right? Or, like I said in a previous video, you might find that they are worthy. And now you have to explore, are you aligned? Now you have to explore, am I really attracted to this man? Is he really attracted to me? Is he interested in me for who I am as a woman? Okay? So there's a lot of criteria by which we need to be, some basic criteria by which we need to evaluate men, in my opinion. And then there's like the bare minimum, right? The basics. And then there are the specific things that you desire for your own relationship, that you need a man to make you feel secure in a relationship, to make you feel valued, for you to say yes, right? There's you might have your own personalized list. These are the things that I like in a relationship and in a man. But there are some basic things, and I won't even call them basic. I won't even say it's the bare minimum, right? Because I think that would be an insult to high quality men. But it is some basic criteria that we should be looking to observe, watch with our eyes, and that we should be looking to hear when we're asking questions to get answers, the answers that we need in order to know, indicate, is this man a high quality man? I won't go into all of that now, because it is a lot. Let them peacock for you, sister. You are worth it. Let them peacock. I'm gonna sign off now. I gotta text my daughter back.